Praise the name of the Lord one more time and thank Him for day 21 in faith, family, and finances. Deuteronomy chapter 4 blesses us today because in verse number 9 it says, just make sure you stay alert. Keep close watch over yourselves. Don't forget anything of what you've seen. Don't let your heart wander off. Stay vigilant as long as you live. Teach what you've seen and heard to your children and grandchildren. That day when you stood before God, your God, at Horeb, God said to me, assemble the people in my presence to listen to my words so that they will learn to fear me in holy fear for as long as they live on the land. And then they will teach these same words to their children. Today is all about sharing your faith. It's about understanding what the Lord has blessed us to discover these 21 days. What have you discovered? Because it takes 21 days to simply create a habit. And today, we want to have habits that please the Lord. But to do it, we've got to gather all of the information we've learned these 21 days. And then the text says we've got to learn how to share it with our family. Did you hear that? It's important to know what faith is, but it's also important to share your faith. You see, when raising godly children, you have to use the Word of God. And then be sure you don't try to teach your children without the Word, which will only lead them to rebelliousness. See, God knows His children. He knows what you need to do to bring them up right. Parents are either going to prepare their children to follow Christ or to follow the world. On today, I want to challenge you to make sure you teach your children what real faith is, what you've discovered about who God is, and make sure you dig into the Word to show them the need to value, treasure their finances, that they can be the stewards that God has called them to be, that they can be the servants that God has called them to be. But in order to do it, we've got to first make sure we are obeying God, that we are walking in faith, and that we are transferring the knowledge that God has given us. I need to raise this question. What have you been transferring? What have you been sharing with your children? Are you showing them what real faith looks like by the way you conduct yourself, by the way you obey God? It's day 21. We've got to take a step further. Have you shown them your budget? Have you gone through to discover what's a discretionary expense versus a necessary expense? Have you taken the time to show them what it looks like to dig into the Word of God and then live what God has revealed to you? Not that we're going to be perfect, because we will make mistakes along the way, but it's through those mistakes God will show us a greater insight of who He is. Day 21, it's about sharing your faith. It's about transferring the knowledge. It's about allowing your family to know that we're on this journey together and we want to share with one another our experiences. Have a conversation today with your intricate circle and make sure you're all walking the same walk toward Christ. Be blessed, saints. It's day 21 of faith, family, and finances. We'll talk soon. Be blessed.